Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings coming to you live from the Big NY. It's Calfani Radio, doing it big, doing it live for all of our listeners. Calfani Radio, leaders in self-improvement and community development through music, art, fashion, and health. You're tuned in to the frequency of restoration of mind, body, and soul with your host and your essential oil and wellness coach, Sister Denise Renee Muhammad. Welcome, peace and blessings. I pray that everyone is well and in the best of health and spirits, and to those that are practicing Ramadan Mubarak, and welcome to another edition of Restoration of Mind, Body, and Soul here on Calfani Radio with your host, Sister Denise Renee Muhammad. And I have a very exciting show planned for you tonight. I have a returning guest, Brother Sean Ali, hailing from the state of Maryland. With Sean Ali, dang it, why is your business name like Supreme Health and Fitness with Sean Ali? So welcome to the show, Brother Sean. Welcome.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get into it. Tonight, our topic is going to be, we're going to present health solutions, that new paradigm, that new health and wellness paradigm, those type of solutions. And Brother Sean is coming back on the last show, one of our anniversary show. He mentioned that he had 2 books in the works, and those books are completed and published. So I'm going to let him come on and let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
Yes. Thank you, sis. Sister Denise, for the opportunity to share with you and your audience. And, my goal is to give to our people so we can get healthy and that we can rise and we can go and we can be free. So, but for us to do that, we have to understand that we live in America, but we not just, is it not whether we are American or not, we have to understand that where we come from, wherever you came from before you were born here, whenever stage you were born, whether it's your slavery or some other time before, after that, wherever we come from, that nation, that land has sciences and healing practices that are ours.
Right.
So for us here in America, we can live here, but we got to understand that the medicine, the food, the education, the science is geared for those that rule America, and they are not us. So when we look at specifically health and wellness, Specifically, when we looking at these medical practices, when you open up that book in science class and you look at that anatomy, you can tell by the silhouette whether it's a European or a black person. Listen, you ain't even got a
Right.
so if listen, so while I'm reading the science book, I don't see myself in the science book.
Right.
Just like we don't see ourselves in their history class. But that's not, I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
So we need ours. So here at Supreme Health and Fitness, we are dedicated to releasing publications that are strictly for the original people. Everybody else on the planet Earth can use it because they come from us. But we need our own specific methodology based on our physiology, based on
Right.
our cellular makeup, which we are the first. So somebody that came after us, specifically somebody that's very new on the planet Earth,
Right.
for us that can trace our bloodline back to the sun. Woo, listen now. If you can trace your bloodline back to the sun, then
Wow.
you have to be careful on where you get your medical, scientific health advice from.
Right.
You have to be careful on which system it's based on because it might sound good. It might look good. You might can even understand it, but your cells, see, your cells are replications of the first cell. So when we are looking at what we are today, we are just that one cell that divided in the beginning. It never stopped dividing. It just
Wow.
kept on dividing and multiplying. So it never died. It just kept up until us today. So if you trace your bloodline back to that, we got some science for you. Listen,
Yes, sir. Which book you gonna present?
this is called Creating
Creating Me.
Me. My power, my perfection in life. My power, my perfection, and life. And this because we are top down. So in our body, we have a somatic part of our brain. And it goes almost at the top of your brain. It's a strip of your brain material that goes from ear to ear. And in this strip controls every part of your body. Listen, this is your somatic. This is your soma, the part of your body that your brain that controls your body. We have a somatic nervous system. This is the part of our nervous system that when we want to move our arm, it allows us to move our arm. When you want to go anywhere in your life and you need your arm, arm, head to carry you there, your somatic nervous system is how you take that thought and bring it into action. So listen, if you don't know how powerful you are, if you don't know that you are perfect, listen now, then you will create a powerless, imperfect life. If you don't know that you are powerful, we're not even talking about how powerful that you are. If you don't know that you are powerful, if you don't know that you are perfect as you are right now, then you will create a powerless and imperfect life. And you will look at yourself in the mirror and you will say it. You will be in the bathroom by yourself and you will look in the reflection and you will tell yourself, I'm a failure. I'm not perfect. I'm not beautiful. I need help. I'm creating me. Listen to me. Listen. Ooh. This is the psychological activity. This is going into the neuroscience because as you think, you produce electricity. As you think, you produce chemical hormones. So we have another book, Endocrinology of Healing. So listen, as you think, you produce electricity and hormones.
Right.
This electricity, it sets the current on your neuron on how they will either grow and develop or wither and die.
Mm.
See, so when you look, if you don't know you are powerful, see that part of your brain that God gave you that gives you power, you will not activate it. You will not grow and develop it. So those neurons will wither away and die. If you don't know that you are perfect, in the Bible, Matthew 5:48, therefore be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. Woo! Listen
And
to
brother Sean, and for someone
yeah.
that doesn't feel that way, what can they do? What can your book help them with?
It's this is what this book is consisting of. Activity. You're not reading the book. You're writing the book. So listen, you see all about me. Listen,
Right.
listen. Woo! All you need is the right question so you can produce the right answer. See,
Right.
so right. So we asking in this book, it's filled up with right questions. So you can learn different activities that we never learned in school. See, so now you will learn how precious you are. You will learn how valuable you are. You will have to, this is a mirror. You have to draw a picture of yourself. Listen now. But this is in the middle of the book. So by the time you get to this, you will be able to draw a beautiful picture of yourself. Listen now.
Right. So that's like affirming yourself, speaking
This is
life to yourself.
actually the follow-up to the Affirm,
Affirm.
Confirm, and Claim book. That one sets the foundation, but it doesn't have as many activities in it. So this one is just a activity book. It's very few of my words in it because it's all about you creating yourself.
Right.
I just supply you with the right question to open that part of your brain up so you can, oh, I never thought about that. Oh, see,
Brother Sean, Sister Rhonda wants to know how much is your book?
oh, Amazon has them all on sale. So I would advise you to first go to Amazon and get them. Well, we do have them, of course. We have two different copies. The color copies are 20. The black and white copies are 10 of this particular book. Because, like I said, it's just the color copies cost me more. So I only charge what I pay for as my author's copy charge. So for the creating me, the color copy is 20. The black and white copy is 10. We do have both versions available. Check with Amazon because I'm not doing this to make money, so this is so I can give back to help my people.
Yes, sir. Um, okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Did you have
okay. So I had some of these books I have had published, but I never had my copies of. This is one. This book is about a
yeah,
year or
talking
something
about
ago.
that's the Move Something book?
No, this is the endocrine book
Okay.
and the move something book. These books are science lessons that we need. See, this is when y'all hear me say move something and I talk about exercise. See, we have to understand that everybody does not exercise the same. The exercise, when you are studying this stuff, you got different age group. You exercise according to your sex, your age group, as well as your race, because everybody's physiology is different. We are not the same under a microscope. We are not the same scientific. So you can work out like somebody else and end up injuring yourself.
Mm.
So that's a part of this is available. We have these. You get your your endocrine system. I mean, listen.
And explain for those that may not even know what the endocrine system does.
Yes, that's your God. That's your God. That's your God system. That's the system in your body that turns your unseen thought into a seen reality. So if you think, listen, if you think I'm powerless, every thought that you think, your endocrine system produces a hormone to correspond to it. So your master gland is your pituitary gland, right? So that's what's responsible for producing your hormone, your endocrine system, right? Regardless to whether it's from your adrenal glands or your thyroid, it all starts in your brain, your pituitary. So don't worry about the different parts of your body where those hormones originate or are secreted from. Your master gland is your pituitary gland. So when you think something, it's electricity. Your hypothalamus, it sits right on top of your pituitary gland. Whenever you think something, your hypothalamus, your pituitary and your hypothalamus are connected. Whenever you think something, your hypothalamus is activated. It sends a signal to your pituitary gland, and your pituitary gland causes your body to secrete the hormone.
Right.
Every thought you think. So if you think I'm not perfect, your hypothalamus takes that thought and it translates it to your pituitary gland. And that causes your body to secrete hormones that of the equivalent, I'm not perfect. So listen, you start your day with this. You start your day with this. Now you go through your day with your body producing these hormones. I'm not perfect. I'm a failure. I need help. I can't do it by myself. I need a man. I need a woman. I need God. I need Jesus. I need a mom. I need Minister Farrakhan. I need the will to come. I don't know how to see when you look or when you produce these thoughts, this is how your brain works. So when we are looking at our endocrine system, this is how you heal yourself. How? Because instead of saying I'm not perfect, you say I am perfect. Whoa, listen to me. So when you say, if you don't say I'm God, when you say I am God, and you affirm, confirm, and claim it, your hypothalamus takes those words and it produces and it translates it from electricity to chemicals, from unseen to seen. And as long as you think I am God, your body will continue to produce the hormones and you will be
Yeah,
right. We got some science, sis. And this is not a novel. Family.
Right. No, that's a science book.
This is a science book. This is the black and white copy. This is a science book filled with graphs and charts of your body. So you can know. See, you can only do what you know. So if you don't know that every thought you produces a hormone, if you don't know that, then you won't be careful with your thoughts.
Right.
But if you know every thought produces a hormone and every hormone I become.
Exactly.
Oh, see,
See,
see.
that's why I always post the affirmations and the positive stuff and the gratitude, because we have to be reminded, because we get caught up in those our, as they used to say, stinking thinking, and that's why I do what I do.
Mm-hmm. And this is why I say there's no such. Listen, family, y'all can believe me or not. The only people that know what's wrong with you is God and the one that does the autopsy on you.
Wow.
Because then they can know what killed you. Listen, if you go to your doctors and you say, man, my head hurts, I got a swelling here, and I got a tickle right here, that could be anything. No, if it depends on what doctor you go to. If you go to a general practitioner, they're going to go and they're going to grab their medical book. And they're going to grab their medical book and they're going to open it up to see what it, and it's going to give them a list of things and it's going to point to something. If you go to a chiro, it depends on who you go to. They're going to tell you what they think is wrong with you.
Right.
But the only person that knows is God and the person that does the autopsy, because they will say what actually killed you,
Right.
what was actually wrong with you. See, so don't get, and my point is, don't get caught up in what these people are saying, because they get paid to say these things. That's their job. That's their education. That's their science. But that's not, man, that they can't even
Right.
use the word heal. Why would you go to somebody that can't even look? They will lose their license if they use the word heal at any time during your conversation with them.
Since we're on that point, um, you said earlier in your live stream, there's no such thing as disease. Talk about that for those that may not understand that.
If you, yeah, when you look at your immune system, when you understand your immune system, you
Right.
know that your body produces because we are cells. We are nothing but cells, right? So every interaction in our body happens at a cellular level. So when one of your cells gets sick, or you get a bacterial cell or a viral cell or a pathogenic, any type of cell that you come in contact with that is harmful, your body produces a cell to respond. You have your white blood cells, phagocytes. You have your natural killer cells, B cells, T cells. You got, your body produces over 100 cells to respond to anything that you can encounter. Not only will it produce the solution, it remembers. Listen, look, it
Right.
remembers. So whenever you come in contact with that similar issue again, your body knows how to heal. So you are not supposed to have a chronic reoccurring disease or
Right.
sickness.
Wellness is our natural state that we're supposed to be well.
The only way, I don't care what you got, the only way you can be sick is if your immune system is compromised.
Compromise.
But that's not a sickness. That's your body telling you that pain you feel. That's your body telling you to stop. You're wearing yourself out. You already know it. Sister,
And
how many single mothers got to work 12 hours a day? Double shift, triple
two
shift, the
jobs,
whole
three
weekend,
jobs.
come on, you don't
Right.
even have time to sleep.
And that's stress. And then that's the imbalance.
You're
Breaking
not
down that
sick.
immune system. Right.
What is cancer? Cancer is a cellular growth growing abnormally. It's not a disease. That's not no sickness. If you got, they call it heart disease, arteriosclerosis. That's clogged arteries. That you have to cause that. That's not a disease. HIV, that's you compromise your immune system. That's not a disease or a sickness. Those are injuries. You smoke too much, you hurt your lungs. That's not COP. That's not a chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. No, how's that a disease? You injured yourself. So when we're looking at those words, see now, remember every word that you use, your hypothalamus is telling your pituitary gland what type of hormone to produce inside of your body. So every thought is so if you say I'm sick, you are sick. If you say I'm strong, you are strong. If you say I'm powerful, you are powerful. Listen, if you are not eating to live right now and you go eat an apple tomorrow, that's not going to do nothing for you. So if you throughout the day, if you are not eating to live throughout the day and you eat something healthy during that time span, it's not doing nothing for you. You have a
Brother Sean.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Explain a little bit on how to eat to live or fasting with the right foods. That's really what how to eat to live is, fasting with the right foods.
That's very good. That's understanding the science of nutrition. I cannot just tell you to eat an apple. You have to know. You can do a Google search on, you can look up the FDA and it will tell you about vitamins and minerals. It will let you know that you need very little vitamins and minerals to sustain you. You don't need them daily. You take them as you deplete them. So to eat to live, you got to know if this is your body, right? It doesn't use vitamin A, D, B, C. It doesn't use those equally. So if you just heat, vitamin C is unstable. So heat destroys vitamin C. Light destroys vitamin C. Oxygen destroys vitamin C. So that's why you got to take a lot of it when you have a fever, because when your temperature in your body rises, it destroys the vitamin C.
Right.
So you got to take more of it. So, and my point is, we don't need these things equally. So when we go to eat to live, it's the first thing is understanding, why am I eating? Before you put it in your mouth, why am I eating? You gotta ask yourself that. Why am I eating?
Absolutely.
Because eating or hunger is an emotion. Scientifically, it's no such thing as hunger, because you are cells, you are atoms, and that's no such thing as hunger in a cell or an atom. It needs energy to stay alive and function, but that's not hunger. Hunger comes from your mind. Hunger comes from being satisfied. So how to eat to live, you have to know your emotional state before you go to eat. Because don't ask you, what do I feel like eating today? Hey babe, what you feel like eating today? Chinese, Mexican, Spanish, what do you want, some Ethiopian?
Right.
You call your wife up or your husband. Yeah, I'm ready to make dinner. What you feel like eating today? See, that's not eating to live. So how
Right.
can nutrition help that? You can't go take a supplement. If you take a supplement and you doing all that other garbage, how your stomach is if your
Right.
stomach is big, protruding, and you put an apple in that, where you think that apple is going? It's going to sit and collect with the rest of the junk.
Exactly.
If you eat a salad and you are obese, overweight, that's not helping you because your body is storing, it's not using nothing. So you can't no. So, but I mean, that's the basis of how to eat to live. You have to start with why am I eating? Why
Right.
not why am I eating? Why am I when you go to eat right now, ask yourself, why am I eating? Even if you are fasting during Ramadan, are you eating just because you want to break your fast? Are you eating just because you have been trained to eat? Or are you eating because you are replacing something that you use throughout the day?
Right. Brother Sean, we have a question from Sister Lisa. Lisa, would you say most people dying from the antidotes prescribed by doctors?
A part of it, but if this is why I have this book, Black people, original people, Hebrew, Asiatic, more ebony skinned. If you look like me, if you look like Sister Denise, if you don't know that you are God, if you don't say that you are, this body was created by God to house God. So if you don't activate your God force and power, it's no medication can save you or kill you. You
Right.
are sick because you haven't activated your cells in your body. The atoms in your body were put together by God to house God. So he put the arm, leg, arm, head together with specific material because we aren't made of everything. So it's specific material that we are made out of. He put that together to house God, but this wasn't activated until he breathed into us. So
Right.
if you don't activate your God force and power, then by 45, 50, 65 years, your body will start to break down. Even if you eating right, even if you exercising, even if you going to church and praying, even if you at the mosque every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, even if you have seen the wheel. Listen, if because we are electricity, your heart, it has a pacemaker in it. That pacemaker is a piece of tissue that produces electricity that causes your heart to contract. That's your heartbeat. Your brain is made of electricity. So when you don't produce that God electricity, you can't get that from praying. You got to get that from saying, I am God.
And
You have
move
to
to
say,
something.
I am God.
Right.
You have to say, that's not sacrilege. That's not shirk. That's not none of the holy. If any Muslim listening and thinks that that is shirk, in the Holy Quran, when Allah created man, he stood the man in front of the angel and he told the angel to submit, right? And all of them submitted except for the rebellious one, right? Where in the Quran did he tell them to stop? Where in the Quran did he tell the angels to no longer submit to man? So that means right now in 2019, Woo! You got the power to
The
say,
universe.
be cool. And if you
Yeah, it
don't,
is. Yes,
if
sir.
you don't, if you don't, nobody else can say.
Mm,
If you see a dead body right now, listen to me. In the beginning, in the beginning, when Allah created man, it says that he created man and breathed into man, and man became a living soul, right? Listen,
right.
that's that picture right there. So if you see a dead body, what do? You try to recreate what God did. You give them mouth to mouth resuscitation, just like God did to you. So listen, it's not medication, it's not none of that. It's you saying, I'm God. And your pituitary gland will cause your thyroid and your adrenal gland. Listen, it will cause your endocrine system and all of the organs that's a part of it. It will cause them to secrete the hormone of God, and you will be God. That's how your body is created. If you don't use that, can't nobody else save you?
That's right. That's right. Sister Lisa says, does prostration heal the body and restore the immune system?
Yes. Yes. Any submission, because that state of submission,
Mm-hmm.
we are reconnecting. That's like going getting a hug from your mom and dad,
Right.
or you hugging your children as a parent. You get connect. That's the material, the essence. That's you. That's where you come from. So just like I said, I go see my mom today and embrace her. I feel that electricity. What oxytocin. That's the when the baby comes out, they want the mother to nurse the baby. They want the mother and father to hold the baby because that creates oxytocin, that
Right.
hormone. See, from your brain. See, this is your endocrine system, man. Where the book at? I mean, look, this is your endocrine system. See, right
Right.
here. So this is so when you in that state of submission and prayer, you are connected to your parent.
Mm.
So you getting that oxytocin. You getting that ooh, man, woo. If you do it right, that's what you're supposed to get.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Because every word, remember, with your endocrine system, every word that you think or say, your body produces a hormone to match it.
That's it.
So doing that salat, see, as we are saying our prayer, man, see, we are
That's an
creating our
affirmation. That's an affirmation. You affirming yourself,
man,
right?
man. Yeah,
And Brother
and
Sean,
go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
and if they need help with that, explain how aromatherapy helps with that.
Oh man, that's your brain. That when you looking at everything you do in your life is because it's based on how you feel. You go to work, man, I hate this. Look, you gotta get up out the bed with hate. I hate my job. I don't want to go, man. And you move. So listen, that's your brain. And when you blood pressure, right? Elevated blood, your blood pressure elevates throughout the day. The
Right.
difference is you are supposed to bring it down. When you can't, you go to the hospital and they try. But when you see, because everything in your life is regulated by how you feel. So when we have the basis of aromatherapy, the foundation of aromatherapy is to relax you. It is to satisfy you. It is to help you to create that atmosphere of peace inside of you. Why? So I can think clearly.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm so mad I see red. Ooh. Look, I can't see the tree. I can't even see God.
Right.
I'm so mad all I see is red. Man, I'm so sad I can't even eat. I don't want nothing to eat. I'm so lonely. I'm overeat because I can't shut my blood pressure off. I'm at the doctor's office. My blood pressure 180 over 110. And they looking at me like, wow, you still alive? And they like, man, calm down. They done gave me 2-3 different medications. None of them work.
Right.
None of them work. They try to just get my blood pressure down to 150.
Exactly.
That's dangerous. Look, it's so high. They just said, look, we just want to get it down to 150, man. See, but you are supposed to control all of this. That's why the medications don't work. You are supposed to, it's your body. How they gonna give you a pill for diabetes and it's your kidney and that produces, it's your liver and kidney and stomach and it's that stuff that produces the insulin and all of. How they gonna give you a pill for arthritis and that's your body?
Exactly. And most of the medicine, Brother Sean, is a synthetic version of one of the constituents from the essential oil. It's just a synthetic version so they can package it and sell it, and they add all this other stuff that has side effects in the
All
essential
of them chemists,
oil. Right.
all of them biochemists. Look, I was one of my first, when I went to college, I wanted to go into biochemistry, right? And then, your freshman year, they tell you to go and, search so you can see the field and what type of job you can get. The only type of job you can get in biochemistry is to work for a pharmaceutical.
Right.
That's it. So when you go to your drugstore, and you see all of those you got 10 different supplements for a runny nose. You got 20 different supplements for a headache. 20 different supplements for who do you think to make? See, that's listen. If I take some of your blood and that's blue, right? And I take a little bit of this and blue, and oh wow. But see, when inside of your brain is still producing those harmful hormones because you think you're not perfect. You don't know how powerful you are. You don't think you're God. You don't think you're worthy. You think you need a savior. So you listen, under the microscope, it's no longer connected to your brain because I done took it out of your body. So now I can heal it under the microscope. But when I put the pill in you, you are still producing the environment. So the pill doesn't work.
Exactly.
I can cure cancer under a microscope. I can cure AIDS under a microscope. I can cure lupus, sickle cell. I can cure everything under a microscope because it's no longer connected to your body. I hope we understand, and I don't hope because I know we're God. So
Right.
whether you can know it or not, I know it, and I know that you are highly intelligent. I know that we are the authors of all of this science. That's why when we go to college, we excel. We be mad. We have a 6.0 GPA. That's impossible
All right.
because it's ours. So we are
Right.
not learning nothing new. We are
New.
just
It's not new. We
with
just
our
got we got to come back to what's natural to us. You know, it seems new. I mean, aromatherapy and energy healing, Reiki, all of that is ancient,
Right.
but
If
we
we
don't
go,
know it.
if you go like this, right? If you take these, your five fingers represent the elements of the universe, right? Fire, air, water, earth, and space, the ether, the unseen chemical or element that binds everything. So just like a musical instrument, our hands are the same. So when we can connect different elements in different fingers and we create a different electrical current inside of us. So this is called the prana. Yet they say we use it for peace. You can go into how you can go into those ancient uh scriptures and texts where they have the hieroglyphs, the picture, and you can see them doing this, not just with Buddha. And this is what they call the prana in Sanskrit, meaning the vital life force. So when you do this hand mudra, it's like turning or tuning into that frequency where you draw in the life force around you. See, it's just that easy. But if you don't do it, how can and you think if you think medicine can heal you better than your own body, woo, that means you are not doing nothing in your life right.
Wow.
Because if you were doing some things right, you would know that your body, you could be putting your favorite lotion on and be, how did I get this scab right here? Man, and you didn't even know your body had healed itself.
Right.
You didn't even know. That's how we are awesome. That's the point, is we are God. Aromatherapy helps you to control yourself. It helps you to free your mind. So when you are angry, when you are sad, depressed, when you are, have you ever been told you laughing too much? You silly. If you
Why you
silly,
so
yeah,
happy? Why
it
you
can help.
laughing all the time? Yeah. Why you
It can
always
help you to stop
smiling?
being silly. Let it know. Hey, all you gotta do is pop the top, smell it,
That's right. Pop
and
that
listen. How long it take?
22 seconds.
Or
22 seconds.
you can go get a pill that not only takes longer than 22 seconds, but it's going to destroy your body along with whatever you think it's going to do for you.
Exactly.
But I do know it starts your electrical current. Everybody that's listening now and in the future, please know and understand that your electrical current in your body is dependent on how you see yourself. If you look at yourself and you see no value, if you look at yourself and you see no power, if you look at yourself and you don't see your perfection, if you look at yourself and you don't see your abundant life, your immortality, you are not a mere mortal. You are God in
That's
person.
right.
Listen, you are not just God. He did. So you mean to tell me that God made a mistake when he made you, that he made a tree perfect? He made the bird perfect. He made the ant perfect. Look at the bee, it's perfect. But when he come to you, he made a mistake that you are not perfect. Come on, man. You are the image and likeness of God. It don't say that about the bee. It don't say that about the tree. It don't say that about the frog. In fact, it says that you have dominion over the fowl of the air,
Yeah.
over the fish of the sea, over every creeping and crawling thing on the place of the earth. What do you need somebody to do for you?
That's right.
What
It
do
was,
you need somebody outside of you to do for you when you have the power? You don't have to ask the angels to do nothing. You don't have to ask the tree to do nothing.
that's
The only person we ask to do something is God. Everything else we say be.
and
You
it
gotta
is.
command it, man. Listen
That's
to
right.
me. What? You don't ask the angels for nothing. You tell them what to do. And they will be like, yes, sir. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right.
Quick,
And
fast.
with that being said, Brother Sean, it's already 3 minutes to 9 o'clock
Oh,
Central
man.
Time.
Woo.
So we gotta wrap it up. But before we go, let them know again where they can get your books.
Yes, you can get them through me. You can find my website, Supreme Health and Fitness by Sean Ali, on the Google search, Facebook, connect with me, or you can go to Amazon and all 20 something copies titles is on there. And
All
if
right.
Amazon has it cheaper, by all means, get it from Amazon. If I have it cheaper, whichever way you can get the knowledge, get the knowledge.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing with us and our audience. And Brother Sean is on Facebook. You can connect with him. He shares a plethora of information. If you want more information in regards to aromatherapy and essential oils, contact myself, Denise Renee Muhammad, or go to my business page, Denise Renee Muhammad, the Essential Oil and Wellness Coach. And with that being said, we're going to say good night, peace, and blessings. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Tune in next week, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings coming to you live from the Big NY. It's Calfani Radio, doing it big, doing it live for all of our listeners. Calfani Radio, leaders in self-improvement and community development through music, art, fashion, and health. You're tuned in to the frequency of restoration of mind, body, and soul with your host and your essential oil and wellness coach, Sister Denise Renee Muhammad.